Accomplish benefits of beings. So we are the last one is we talk about page 92, right? Starting 92, I think.
Yes.
Yes.
We did 92. Okay, so when you officially receive the Bodhisattva vows, so Ati can give answer easily.
When your heart is open. That's
heart
it.
is open?
Yes, the heart has to be open.
Oh my. Okay, so the answer is like something very special.
Once you've repeated them the third time when they're given to you.
Can you say again, Paul?
Once you've repeated them the third time when they're given to you.
So then when you receive first time or second time or third time?
Third time.
Okay. So that's officially answer. Okay, so then so when is it the broken vowels, like something going on, then when is broken vowels? So when is it, what happening broken vowels? When is it happening? Saint Keeper, do you have answer?
I mean, whenever you forsake someone, I mean, if you harm them in body, speech, or mind, if you wait too long to, if you aren't aware that you've done it and 4 hours go by, that's not good. If you realize you've done it, then maybe you can confess and repair it yourself.
Okay.
You need, if you have those 4 factors involved, then I think you need to get your vows taken again with the Lama, or maybe with a statue or a tanka.
Okay. So, so the vowels broken means like what happening? Vowels broken. What do we have to do? The vowels broken, the root vowel.
You harm someone. You aren't working to benefit them. You harm them.
Just harm accidentally, or?
No, I mean you have to intend to harm them. You have to not regret it. You kind of feel good about what you did, even though it was something bad. You're kind of proud of what you did, you know?
Yeah. Yes.
Those 4 factors. Yeah.
Okay, so that's great answer. So if the loss of the vowels, then something we can rebake again. Amida?
Yes. Yes, Kempo. If the 4 factors come together, I think you have to retake your vows with the Lama, but you can take the Bodhisattva vows again and again.
Okay. So how you take again? How to take again?
I think it depends on if it's just a branch vow that was broken. If it was just, if you didn't actually break the root vow, then I think you can recite the Bodhisattva vows prayers in front of a picture of Buddha or a tanka or statue, and then take, say the refuge prayer again as well, within the 4-hour time frame.
Okay.
You can also confess to any other bodhisattva. Right.
Thank you. So, okay, Thomas. Then the how to we where to stay unsolid by the dawn first? What do we have to do?
What was that, Kempo? How do we?
So the how to we where how to stay like unsolid by the dawn fire, or this vowels like broken, like happening? Or do we have to stay away from that?
You mean the? Huh? You got me on that one, Kempo.
Hmm?
I'm not gonna even try to answer that one.
Okay, who can answer that?
Watchfulness. Watching
Yeah.
your, maintain
Uh,
watchfulness of your body, speech, and mind.
okay.
You
What
have
is the
to-
root text? Hmm?
Oh, you have to abandon clinging to material gain and honor.
Okay. Yes, that's the good answer. That comes from the book. Exactly.
And sensory pleasures.
Hmm.
Those are the
So,
three we have to stay away from.
okay. If we don't abandon the clinging to material object, what happens?
We engage in unholy and in unwholesome worldly activities.
Can you say again?
We don't abandon clinging and the three poisons. We engage in unwholesome worldly activities.
Yes. So then, if we do that, what happens?
We lose our vows.
We lose all our vows.
Okay. So then we have to retake again, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. So now, I don't remember the page 96. Did we finish or not? What is to be accomplished? Then the root text continues. I think we finished that one.
We stopped at the very bottom, Kempo, where it says all conduct spoken.
That we didn't do.
Okay, kind of. So we stop in the bottom of the page 96, yeah?
Exactly.
But on the root text, you left one little paragraph out. Bottom.
Okay. If we stay in the solitary hermitages, all the qualities arise or not? So who's going to give me answer? The Debe Connor. If we stay solitary hermitages, Bodhisattva qualities arise or not?
Well, we have to do a lot of work for that. Just because you are, retreating from the world, you have to work on your mind. But it
Then
does
why
help.
we have to stay in the solitary place?
Well, you're dealing with, first of all, there's nobody to talk to, so it does help with your speech obscuration. And so you're not doing direct harm, but also you have to be careful. You have to analyze everything you're doing, and you have to focus on what's important, which is developing bodhicitta. So that should be somewhat easier. I mean, we're all in quarantine now, and I'm not a bodhisattva, but it's definitely the isolation does help you be much more mindful of the way you talk to people.
Okay, so then even yeah.
Yeah, you can go on top of the mountain and just be yourself and focus on just very worldly thoughts. That's not going to help.
Okay, so Ivia has another answer.
Oh, I was just thinking that like my work is really hands-on, like in like nursing work, and I work 3 days and then I'm off usually for 4 days. So I usually try to do a lot of practice on my 4 days off, and I haven't been able to buy the book. I really want to though, but from my experience, I really get attached to my state that I am able to create with my practice at home. And I almost get scared to go back to work and engage with all the difficulty But I find that if I don't do that, those parts inside of me don't come out, like that anger or that sadness doesn't come out, and that my own clinging and my own grasping and my own negativities, I can see them better under those circumstances. And when I come back, my practice is better. So like both is good, I find. Does that make sense?
So you like to stay in your what you have right now? You mean that one, right?
Because it's comfortable.
Comfortable, yeah. Okay. Yes. So what means solitary? Do you understand what means solitary? So right now you are in the solitary hermitages, solitary hermitages. Okay, so then you stay solitary hermitages, your bodhicitta qualities increasing?
Not so much. I think it's better when I work hard and I try to serve other people, because then my own negativities come out more, and I can, and my compassion can also grow more too.
Okay, so that's a good answer. See, the beginner, actually, there are two different people, like two different kinds. Some like stay in the solitary hermitage and the practice is better to growing. The practice is more stable. Some work with other people, and then your bodhisattva quality is growing more better than stay just at yourself in the solitary. So solitary hermitage is actually this teachers also recognize sometimes like different. The reason is like in the followed by dependent individual, you know. So beginners and must have to have created like some levels like stable practice. So that's the reason have to stay solitary remote area, and the mind needed to calm down, peace, like, you know, more stable. And then that helps for the create bodhisattva practice. Then some people like, you know, go to work with the people and engaging with the people, or more difficult place, you can create a more bodhisattva practice. So that's good, you know, you can do like work with the people is like better than stay at home. Okay. So what we have to do if we stay in the solitary place? Just stay there, that's enough or no?
Practice.
Huh?
We have to practice, Kempo.
What do we have to practice?
You have to maintain, oh, excuse me, Thomas.
Go, it's okay, it's okay.
Okay, go ahead.
To stabilize our practice to Dharma, to keep body, speech, and mind pure, to create non-virtuous deeds.
Yes.
Subdue our crazy minds, to control our body, speech, and mind, and to cultivate samadhi, meditate, peace.
Okay, that's good. So that means like if you just stay in the only remote solitary place, also not enough, right? You have to do something. So that is the just condition. You have good condition. You need that condition, but you have to put effort engaging. So even you have the condition, if you don't do anything, then nothing going to change. So you don't get any kind of benefits. So that's the reason we have to put effort. Otherwise, all the wild animals live in the solitary, remote area, right? But they don't practice because they're due to their fears. They always follow the fears, suffering, and they don't know how to practice. So we stay in the solitary place. We have to stay better than animals. So we have to do something different than them, right? So what we have to do, then we have to keep the body is pure, keep mind is pure, keep speech is pure, create bodhisattva practice. Okay, so now I'm going to share the teaching from the what kind of bodhisattva conduct should we engage in. Jiktin Sungko writes, Kef Payu Chulam Pinsum Sopene. I think we are there, right? In the 96, bottom of 96. Okay, thank you. So no Payu Chulam Pinsum Sopene, carefulness is the source of all perfect conduct. So we have to carefulness, so mindful actually, mindfulness, source of all perfect conduct. As long as you have a mindfulness, alertness, I think that too is very important, it comes together. So that too is very similar, but a little bit different, alertness, mindfulness. So we need that too. We have to keep that. So that's the root text. No, it's the commentary. All conduct spoken of should be done with mindful awareness. Alertness, see, alertness. These two have to go together. So whatever we do, we need mindfulness and alertness and carefulness. So then one abides in perfect conduct with a pure environment, companions, and livelihood. So long as you have this mindful awareness and alertness and carefulness, then whatever we do is become like, kind of like follow the Dharma. And whatever we do, body, speech, mind, is into the Dharma, practice the Dharma. So many, this what we're doing, so many things like we do worldly activities every day. So long as you have a mindfulness, alertness, this carefulness, so all this comes together, whatever you're doing, all these worldly activities, mostly is you can take into the path, practice the Dharma. That is used to the Dharma, useful, practice the Dharma. Some worldly activities just cannot do the practice the Dharma because directly is something is non-virtuous. Directly non-virtuous deeds, then even you have this mindful awareness, alertness, but it doesn't help. You cannot really practice conduct. It cannot take to the Dharma. But something not directly to the non-virtuous deeds, so then you can take everything, whatever you're doing, is take into the practice of Dharma. Long as you have this mindfulness and alertness. So when we wake up, we can like cultivate 4 thoughts meditation. Then 4 thoughts meditation, long as you have mindfulness, whatever you do in the daytime, so you can take into the 4 thoughts meditation, part of that. So also our worldly activity is a part of the 6 paramita, 6 perfections. So many activity is like can take to the Dharma. So that's who has really good practitioners, high level practitioners. So whatever they does, or is like transform or into the Dharma. Even they, like buy something because they're mentally giving generosity, meditate like that, mindfully, alertness. And then whenever they see something, they mentally, they're offering. So they create naturally accumulation merit. Then long as you have a mindful awareness, you always watch your mind, So you recognize what your mind going on is positive or negative. So any negative arise, you right away recognize, get rid of that, then into the mindfully, your meditate, use all your activity is Dharma become, take into the Dharma. So that's, I know the many like these Dharma practitioners, they have their quality, they can do that way. But that's also, like we have to create, not just like right away that comes for us. We have to create like karmic imprint or positive, like used to habituate for that. And then, so our activities take into the Dharma. So for our beginners, we have to create some good conditions. So otherwise, we are, usually we have so many thoughts and going on lots of things. We don't have enough awareness, mindful awareness. So that's the reason we need something good conditions we have to create. So example, you need like tanka and something in your home, the Buddha's images. And so some people put like Buddha image in the car. So when you drive the car, so that also helps, And you have like white Tara pictures, like when you see that, like you're thinking about the Tara, maybe you chant the mantra. And if you have Amitabha Buddha, so you visualize that, meditate, like kind of mind connections. So that kind of we need like, conditions. We have to create that. That's for beginners need. Beginners need that. And then, of course, like we are already used to that, habituate already, even without this object support, then still we can, into the practice mindfully, easily. So we are right now is like beginner, we need these conditions. So that's the reason also, we talked already, like we have to stay in the, solitary, and hermitages means like beginners easily lost the mind, the fullness, then easily attracted, like all this auto level condition is like desire conditions easy to arise. So that's effective for practice. That's the reason looking for the solitary place, and the remote area. Okay, so then one abides in perfectly conduct with a pure environment, companions, and livelihood. So if we get that kind of environment, then Bodhisattva conduct is become growing. So then next is regarding the way to practice this in the root text it reads. So how to then we have to put in the practice like that. Just we talked, that is the conviction we need. We need like first our mindfulness, alertness, and a good environment convictions. Long as we have that, what do we have to do? Regarding the way to practice this, so we have to practice this. In the root text it reads, do not underestimate yourself. That's correct, Mary? Okay. Don't feel discouraged, but give rise to diligence. And that the root text. So we root text is follow there's a commentary. We should abandon self-sabotage, such as the thinking, how can someone like me ever keep to attain enlightenment even if I try. If you have that thought, that kind of feeling, do you have or no? Do you? Yes? So that we have to get rid of that thought. That is a not great thought. So we need courage. Bodhisattva means like Tibetan called Sangchok Samba. Samba means like hero. Hero means courageous, not scared, not nervous. So their mind is like become derived, right? Derived or something, courage. So otherwise we cannot be Bodhisattva if we have this kind of thought, we cannot be Bodhisattva. You know, usually we think, oh, I cannot do, this other people can do that, but I cannot do that. So that is the wrong. Everyone can do. The reason is because everyone has a Buddha nature. Every sentient being has a Buddha nature. So this is like not due to the age. You know, that's Buddha said, not due to the age, not due to the, you know, like nationalities, right? Not due to the colors. So not due to the races. I think that's called it races. So this is a dependent effort. So you need like kind of courageous mind. And then we need diligence. So this practice is like due to the diligence. That's what the Buddha said. My Dharma is not followed by Buddha saying races. My Dharma is followed by diligence. So who has diligence, effort, they can get a result. Then, so you put diligence, you know, intense diligence. If you have diligence, but you know what you're doing, so you need to do correctly, and you have to use some skillful method. Otherwise, wasting time. And you know, too much effort, no result. So we don't want that, right? We want less effort, good result. So that's the reason you have to put many skillful methods. That's why it's called this Bodhisattva Konda and Vajrayana practice have to compound together. So this is the essence of Mahayana teaching. It's Lamrim text. So see, you study this whole thing, then you know all these three yanas and everything's in here, and you can get so much, you know, skillful method, and you get right view, and you get the right conduct, and then you can use this everything, and we can get a result. So diligence sometimes also, you know, doesn't get result because you have to know the method, and the skillful method also very important. Some people does so hard work, but they don't get much result. Some people doesn't much work hard, but they get result. So think about that way. You know, this also have to do to like that too, Dharma practice. So that's the reason we have to study first. And people who study and get good degree, then they don't have to do too much like hard work, but they can make money, right? We know that. Because they have a skillful method, they know how to get done the jobs. Same like that, you study this whole thing, Buddha's teaching, then you know what you have to do. And you have so much method, so many methods. So that's the reason you have to study this three yana, and good is like this one, and the three vowels here. Three vowels is like Vinayana, Mahayana, Vajrayana. Three vowels is included in this book. So this kind of book is not so many. Mostly, I told you the Tibetan Lamrim text is followed by only Mahayana, no Vajrayana sections. So in this book has all these three yanas together. You have to study this all three yanas, but somewhere lots like contradiction. But practitioners, when practice, no contradiction because it's followed by individual level. So, you know, individually have a different method using. When you have become like more, you know, intelligent, you have more capacity, and you can use something different method. You don't have to use somebody not much skillful, don't have like, you know, some much you know, capacity, and what that does, you don't have to stick with them, you know. You don't have to against with them, but you don't have to stick with them. So you can use something different method. That's why I have different ways to get the result. So we have to learn this whole thing, and then when you practice, then you have to know what you have to do, you know. You have to know so many different kind of method. Okay, so now instead we should master intense diligence and try our very best. So we have to try our best and use the skillful method. We should illustrate as Malarepa attain the sublime and common seeds by practicing diligently. So Malarepa, he one lifetime is become Buddha. He practiced diligently. Malarepa. So then why we cannot get to the enlightenment? Because Malarepa cares so many people. Think about that, you know. He harmed to so many people. But still he put diligence, effort, he got one lifetime enlightenment. Then Angulamala, also he cared like 999 something, I think he cared the people. So after that he give up and follow the Buddha, and he is become ahat level, you know. So he reached the result due to his practice, you know, he get the result. So compared to for them, then we didn't do like that kind of violence and no virtuous deeds. So that's why Malarepa example, you know, it's why we don't example like others, because Malarepa, he did so much no virtuous deeds, but still he put effort, he got enlightenment, one lifetime, reach enlightenment. So when he reached enlightenment, not only his diligence, so he found the right things, everything, what he need. He found the right teacher, he found the right teaching, and then he put effort, diligence. So then he is reached the, you know, become Buddhahood. So not only due to his effort, right? Because first we needed to know what we have to do, what we have to do this, like know what we're doing. So how to get the result, we have to know that. Then we have to put practice, effort. Every positive result we experience now is only occurring because we have diligently worked hard for it in the past. So practice the Dharma is of course like, you know, diligently have to effortfully put, then result is arise. So that is no question. Even like all the worldly activities, you need effort, you need diligence. Without that, you cannot get anything. Yeah. So if you don't go to school and you cannot get degree, you don't do homeworks, you don't put, even you go to school, if you don't put effort, just be lazy in the class, you know, and when come back and your homework always don't eat, then you cannot get any degree, you know. So if you don't get degree, then you can get a job. So that's also, see, everything is like followed by the effort. Positive result we experience no is only occurring because we have diligently worked hard for it in the past. Example, a good harvest that are processed by hard work and proper cultivation. So then, so see, we think about the farmers, they work very hard and then they get the crops. You know, if the farmers don't do anything, then the vegetables or this crop, I think that's correct word, crop, or what we can say, these things, the food, not possible to get. So that's also like say due to the effort. And whatever we do, we have to put effort, then we always have something result. If without effort, it just goes to like, you know, sleep and lazy, then nothing going to get. No education, no going to get anything done, the worldly things, no cannot done anything dharma. So that's the, you know, very important part, diligence. See, sometimes we talk about, okay, everything the same is dreaming. Same thing is delusion. So mostly you don't have to do anything. Everything's impermanent. Whatever you do, is nothing is like can benefit because it's always a delusion, always impermanent. Whatever we do is not going to get anything. But if everything's impermanent, that's why you have to put effort to get a result. If the permanent, then you don't have to do anything. So, you know, then if the permanent, then you don't have to put effort. You just always, whatever you have, that always have. Even you put effort, you cannot get anything because it's permanent. So due to impermanent, and that's why you put effort and get a result. So sometimes people misunderstand. We talk about the delusions, we talk about impermanent, then people think, oh, we don't have to do anything, or whatever we do is useless. But think about all these practitioners, realizes. So they put too much effort for practice Dharma. They don't wasting time. You know, their time is precious for them. And they don't just wasting any second. All is for use for practice and benefit others. So why they does that? Because it's, you know, have to like, even this like delusion and permanent, that's why it's they get result and benefit others. So we have to know that way. Okay, so example are good harvests that are preceded by hard work and proper cultivation, and better job opportunities that are preceded by diligent study in school. So we have to put effort. If we don't put effort, then we are always stuck in samsara. So if we put effort, then we're going to get the nirvana. So that's the, you know, difference is samsaric beings didn't put effort. That's why stuck in samsara. These Buddhas already put effort and diligently, and that's why they get in the nirvana. So the difference is. So now, gather virtues Dharma. So this Bodhisattva conduct, gather virtues Dharma, and also we have accomplished benefit of beings. So also the work for this followed by the like 3 different ways, gathering virtues of Dharma and abandoning the non-virtuous and benefit for others. So they have 3 different ways have to Bodhisattvas follow the conduct. This 3 also has different conduct, but that's why some conduct is the same thing. That's why come back again. So you have to know, mostly we're talking similar again and again, but they have slightly different. The reason is, so, the gathering the virtue Dharma and abandon the non-virtue and benefit other beings. So the 3 different, this, Bodhisattva's conduct. So each one has like, like more details because each one has branches. So that's why it's going like longer. So you read carefully and you recognize what they're talking about here. Otherwise, sometimes you get confused why it's already talked that last way, similar, why it's come back again. So it's they have 3 principles of Bodhisattva's conduct. 3 principles, each one has branches. Okay, so that branches becomes very similar. That is. That's the reason like some part is coming back again. So when I created this commentary, but I talk mostly like similarities because I try to make 3 of them, these 3 of Bodhisattvas, the principal conduct is the branches also try to like, I try to make the different ones I put here, different ones, and similarity mostly I take out, but some slightly different ones I put here. Actually, here is like list is very short, and the long one, the commentary has so much list. Each branch has 100 different kind of lists in there. So that's why I didn't put everything. Just I kept here is more important part. So if you don't read the long one, then you don't recognize how here is the more essence. Still you think this is too much, but if you really go to long one, then you come back here. That is a perfect. This commentary is perfect. Okay, right amount. So when I make commentary for this, I have to follow this root text. So then this root text also not really have good to organize because the similarity is coming back again, like then also the commentary put so much information each part, but then it's very similarities, many parts. So when I make commentary, I take long time and thinking about which one is really have to get here, and if we follow the Bodhisattva conduct, which not going to missing main important part, but important is included, not saying similar again and again. So that's why I try to keep, short and the main point essence here. So take long time, I try to get all the essence here when I think about. So you have to know, that's why it's come back again kind of similar because we have to follow by the root text. So stage of meditation is I didn't follow by the root text. So then it's easy for me to create that. So this have to follow by root text. I cannot do like whatever I want, right? So commentary means you have to follow by root text and explain that. So you make commentary, stick with the root text, and then explain, and also try to get main point essence, the explanations. Not like I didn't try to get too much because it's hard to learn if too much here. Okay, so now here right now we are gathering virtues of Dharma. So gathering virtues of Dharma, the ethical discipline of gathering virtues of Dharma is explained in the root text. So root text is Lamja Parol Sengdok Dingija. The 10 paths, the 6 perfections, and the 4 ways of gathering disciples. So 10 paths is like, usually we just 10 paths means 10 virtues. Not really the 10 like Bodhisattva, permits. So 10 paths is 10 virtuous deeds. The 6 perfections, so that we talked a lot, 6 perfections also coming. And the 4 ways of gathering the disciples. This topic is like gathering the virtuous Dharma. So that's the reason, and this gathering disciple is very important part. 4 ways of gathering disciples. So Bodhisattva have a skillful method. They use skillful method, and there 4 different ways gathering disciples benefit the disciples. Jigten Sumgong explained this in terms of the common practice of the 10 paths or 10 virtues. So 10 paths is 10 virtues. And the uncommon practice of the 6 perfections. Why is it called uncommon practice of the 6 perfections? Uncommon meaning is not the basic teaching. Basic is Theravada, right? Hinayana is basic. So that's why it's this 6 parameter is Mahayana is called uncommon. Common practice is basic teaching. Theravada tradition is basic teaching. Mahayana is called uncommon teaching. So we practice the 6 parameter as part of Mahayana. That's the reason it's uncommon practice. And this 10 virtues Theravada in practice. And that's why it's a basic practice. Basic, generally basic for beginner, follow. And we didn't say this 10 virtue is uncommon. Uncommon is the 6 parameter. Also included in this category of virtuous Dharma is the 4-fold way of gathering disciples. So that is the part of the gathering the virtues of Dharma. See, that is the principle, and then this all is a part of the branches. So now we go to the next one. It's going to more explain. Perfect abandoning and practicing. He further elaborates on the meaning of this as follows, means like Jigten Sumgong try to more explain. So more explain is Namche Pangcheng Lamche Zoparche is the root text. Abandon the 10 non-virtues and practice the 10 paths of virtues to perfection. So here is talking about 10 non-virtuous. If we abandon the 10 non-virtuous, then other opposite is 10 virtuous. If you practice the 10 virtuous, you already abandon the 10 non-virtuous. You abandon the 10 non-virtuous, you already practice 10 virtuous. So this 10 virtues, 10 non-virtues always go together. we should abandon the 10 virtues and practice the 10 virtues. The way to do so is simple. So how to like explain it very simple way here. Abstain from killing and instead protect and save the lives of sentient beings. So the first one is killing. So we killing, abstain from killing other beings, and instead then what we have to do. So if we abstain from killing, and that is like we already abandon the non-virtuous, then we cultivate virtuous is instead protect and save the lives of sentient beings. So opposite is we save the life of other beings. Also, if we have karma, of course we have karma, many lifetimes karma we have right now. So even we don't care in this life other beings, we previous life killing other beings. So how do you remove that karma? So we have to protect and save the life of other sentient beings. So that's the also, you know, that practice antidote to killing other beings, karma. So if save the lives in this time, then this life, I mean, save the life in this life, also purify previous lives karma, killing other beings, karma too. Abstain from stealing and instead practice generosity. So then stealing is like belong to somebody's object, so that we take. So instead practice generosity is like we giving generosity for others, then there's no virtue us, stealing no virtue us also, if we have that karma is removed. Abstain from sexual misconduct and inspire others to maintain their ethical integrity. So sexual misconduct is, you know, it's mostly is forcing, you know, forcing, like someone you forcing, and the sexual misconduct. So abuse or something, you know, like due to the age, even someone not accept like you, it's illegally, so do something. So that kind of like if sexual misconduct and inspire others to maintain their ethical integrity. So we teach something like conduct, and we help them, you know, do good conduct, and you know, share the teachings, like giving suggestions others. That's also removed that karma too. Abstain from from telling lies and get others by speaking words of the truth. So then we of course so that first three is like part of body. Body is non-virtuous. First three. So no is a speech, non-virtuous. Abstain from telling lie is non-virtue, and gather others by speaking words of virtue. That is the virtuous days. 10 virtuous one of the virtuous, like speech. If we have the telling the lie, and then if we do the speaking word of truth, that truth word, the purify the you know, the lies karma also too. Abstain from sowing, discard, and using your words to have others hear, refute, and reconcile their disagreement. So chamapang yin maintain ba dom. So no, abstain from sowing discord and you use your words to help others. So people, you know, like say things like friends, and they become separate, and create the sangha is also separate, like the use the speech, you know, become create like slowly the, separate. The creator doesn't like each other. So that kind of words. If we have that karma and we created that, so that is novel to us. But then opposite side is use your words to have others hear, refute, and reconcile the disagreement. So they bring together people helping to who separate is bring together. So that's the virtuous deed. So then abstain from harsh words is no virtuous deed. Heartful speech and speak gently and kindly. So that's a virtuous deed. Abstain from irreverent gossip, mindless talk, and instead. So that is the no virtuous deed. Speak when it is meaningful. So that 4 is from the speech. 3 is from body. 4 is from speech. So now it's going to the mind. Abstain from envying others and instead give to others without any attachment. So,
Kempo, like, it doesn't feel like that's the opposite of envy, Seems like it's not a whole lot different than generosity as it's written there.
Yes.
I mean,
so abstain from envy means like you wanting somebody's things, right? Yes.
Yes.
See, that is attachment.
Yes, but rejoicing in their having it is more like a antidote. Oh.
Looks like we lost him. I think you're right, though, Sandy. It sounds more like rejoicing would be more of an opposite than generosity, but it does take generosity to do that. Maybe.
Sandra, I think of it as giving others our happiness. I guess if that makes sense. You feel joy in them, so you give them that instead of having that envy.
Yes. Okay. Yes. I could see that. Yeah.
Yes, but it seems to me that the emphasis on it was the attachment. So if you're jealous of what somebody has, you're attached to what they have. But if you give them what you have, then you're not being attached to what you have. And so that lack of attachment is the antidote to the attachment.
Yes. I sometimes don't have clarity around the difference between envy and jealousy either. I get mixed up. I always have to look it up.
I always thought they were synonyms.
No, one is wanting what someone else has, and one is just resenting that they have it. There's like a subtle difference.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Campo, come back.
And that's
Sandra, you killed Kempo.
Your bodhisattva vows are gone.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. She's not rejoicing in it.
No.
Okay, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he was the host. Is that a problem for him to get back in? Oh, there he is.
Come back.
So he can come
Yay.
back.
So no, it's I'm not hosting. Who's hosting?
Welcome.
Some other is
I'll
already
make
hosting.
you host. I'll make you host again, Kempo. Hang on.
Sorry, the connection is gone. Okay, so we can discussion that later. First, we go. Let go, Sandra. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So then comes again. No. Abstain from harsh. Okay, where is the comment? I say abstain from envying. So that means like really wanting something others belong to others. The mind you really wanting others and instead. So that is the no virtuous deeds and giving to others without any attachment. So you generosity giving without any attachment. So that is the virtuous deeds. Abstain from error and love upping others with loving kindness. So abstain from error. If we that is no virtuous. Actually, error is no virtuous. So abstain from error and love upon others with loving kindness. We try to love for taking care of other love and kindnessly. So not we just abstain like bad intention. Is we release our bad intention and then love upping others with loving kindness. Try to benefit them. Abstain from wrong views and try to practice and gain convincing with the authentic view. So wrong view is like no believe karma cause and effect, and not believe future life, no believe past life, kind of like that is a wrong view. And then so follow the right view is the follow the karma cause and effect, and then of course like view is like right view is go right direction, is understanding the Buddha's view. In this way we can abandon the 10 no virtues. So that is the 3 is from the mind and practice their antecedent, the 10 virtues. So that's the 10 virtues, and 10 abandon the 10 non-virtues, follow the 10 virtues, practice 10 virtues. And this list is followed by first is body and second is speech, then mind. That is for usually basic teaching. It's follow like that. The Mahayana way usually mind is first because mind is principle. And the basic teaching usually body is important to the mind. So that's why it's like put the Vinayana, especially body is first. And this list is like followed by Vinayana way. So sometimes Mahayana teachings, the mind is put first. 3 mind is first, then body, then speech. So it doesn't matter which way directions follow. So the strongest non-virtue is the last one. So what we able to mention here is the last one. that is the strongest non-virtuous deed. The wrong view is one. When it's wrong view comes, then of course Bodhisattva vow is gone, Vinayana vow is gone. So all the vow is become gone. So wrong view is the strongest non-virtuous. Then there's also the followed by, you know, like which is stronger, which is like less, and which one have need to put, you know, kind of something method and purify their karma or antidote for that. So there are also some long teachings sometimes have list about everything, what antidote for this 10 non-virtues. No, it's a 10 non-virtue here. Also we have something like, you know, antidote is virtue, 10 virtue as antidote for that too. Sometimes we have more information than that. Okay, so that's the we finished the part of the 10 part. So 10 virtues. So that is the common practice of the 10 part or 10 virtues. Then tomorrow we can follow the uncommon 6, you know, paramita practice, and then also the virtue dharma, the 4 ways of the gathering the disciples. So we can talk that is tomorrow, but the root text is not finished. Still follow the root text. Okay, so now any question do you have?
I just had a quick question for clarification, Kempo. When you said that the wrong view was the strongest, and you said that the bodhisattva vows would be lost, was there another vow that you mentioned that would be lost with that also? I didn't catch that.
No, Vinayana. It's
okay.
Yeah. Vinayana, we have like 7 Vinayana vows, right? Do you remember that? 7 different levels Vinayana vow already gone. I think not gone, right? So this is 4 dharmas, like think about a refuge vow. That is the first one. Then Vinayana vow has like 10, Vinayana vow has 7 different. So that's the second. Right now we are in the 3rd level. Bodhisattva's vow is 3rd. The 4th is Vajrayana vows. So that is the 10 dharmas. I think we talk about the 10 dharma. 4 dharma, sorry.
The 4 trainings?
Yeah, for complete the 4 tenets. Yeah, the 4 tenets. 4 tenets. It's 4 different levels of vows. Anyone has a question?
Yes, Campbell, I have a question.
Yes.
I have a friend, she knows that I am a Buddhist, and she have a dog, and adopted from a shelter, abused the dog, and it's 7 years old, big dog, and she helped him for 6 months, and he beat her 4 times. But last time, a few days ago, she had to go to hospital, get stitches. And she was bleeding and had bruise and swollen face. The dog beat her face. And she asked my opinion. I said that maybe you should put him down. That means kill him, euthanize him. But after I answered the question, I came home. I was not comfortable whole day. It troubled me because I knew that. I know I'm a Buddhist. I should not advise other people kill something. But Later, I understand one thing, why I thought that. Because of my own insecurity feeling and my own trauma as a child. So that package made me just so afraid of the dog will kill her or hurt her. So I asked her to put him down. But I feel uncomfortable, very uncomfortable. And I don't know, do I break my vow not killing because I advise someone killing? The second is, what will you do, Campbell?
So the dog is, what happened? Dog is nearly die or?
No, the dog didn't. The dog is a big dog, and she was at the home. She said she didn't provoke the dog, but the dog already beat her 3 times, and that was the 4th time. He jumped to her face and bite her face, and she was bleeding. She had to go to hospital and get stitches, and then her face becomes swollen, and bruised and everything. So she asked me, as a Buddhist, what would I do? And my instinct just feel that so unsafe. So I say, put her down. And I saw other friends put down their dog. I didn't agree because of old age or whatever. And I was crying. But
okay,
this
so
time I just...
the dog is suffering, or what happened? Dog is suffering, right? You saying that's all?
No, the dog is not suffering now. The dog is adopted by her. So he was an abused dog. So he was suffering.
He
a
abused
lot.
the dog, right?
Huh?
The person abused the dog.
No, his old owner abused the dog, but this new owner didn't abuse him.
Does she still have the dog? Does she still have the dog? If she still has the dog, she needs to talk to the shelter. Okay, because the dog needs to be evaluated. Sometimes dogs can't be placed with people if they've been abused. So if she still has the dog, ask her to call the shelter and explain what happened and say that, yes, she shouldn't keep the dog because the dog keeps on biting. That's a problem. But the people at the shelter are professionals, and they can evaluate whether or not the dog, what needs to happen to the dog. But definitely get her to call the shelter. The most human thing to do is to have vets and other people analyze the dog to see what to do next.
She said that according to Wisconsin law, they will, if a dog bite people, immediately they will put him down. They will kill him.
They will, but it's not a requirement. So if the police get involved or animal control gets involved, they will. But she can also bring that dog back to the shelter. She can.
Okay, so no. Anyway,
no matter what state you're in, dogs bite. So yeah, that's what I would do.
The Lona, that is a broken vow or not? Is no virtuous? No virtuous. It's
yes. My question as a
most
Buddhist.
is your intention is most important to Bodhisattvas, right?
Yes, I want
so
to.
Intention, like see that you wanted to help something, like then you did a mistake, and your intention is really pure. Wanted to do something good thing for that draw, and then you did a mistake. You give wrong advice. And then that is like say less non virtuous, but you have to have must regret, and you must have to like think that, oh, I did it wrong, so you have to do some prayers, regret it. So purify. You have to purify karma. That doesn't broken the vow, but it's actually non virtuous deed.
So because it's two things. One is a human being. One is a dog. If I want to help the human being, I said that, yes, kill the dog. Then I still commit non-virtual, and I still need to confess. That's okay with me. But if there's two lives in front of you, can you choose one?
So you can choose one, and but this is harder to make decisions. I cannot. This is like really the bodhisattvas they can choose because they know their intention, and they give up their own benefit. They just look for their benefit, right? And
Yes.
we are regular being, means like ordinary. Okay, so we don't have that courage. Oh, I don't want to carry the draw because I don't want to get negative karma. So that means
Yes.
we already have a selfish self. Bodhisattvas free from that. They think, okay, I 100%
Okay.
I have this draw. Okay, whatever karma comes, I take care of that. I want to benefit of the draw. I can take this suffering. So that's the Bodhisattva's conduct, and that's why courage as Bodhisattva means.
Okay.
And so that's the reason we don't know the person's intentions. Like we cannot say good or bad. There's different situations there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So then.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Kimball, I have a question.
Yes.
Can you speak a little bit more about the difference between mindfulness and alertness, please?
Oh, mindful and alertness. It's very similar. It's little bit different aspects. So mindful is always, I think, comes first, and alertness is keep the mindful. Keep mindful. So think about it, like we say, watch your mindful awareness, watch your mind, right? We say watch ourselves, like our mindful awareness. So then who watches the mindful awareness? Awareness who watches the mindful awareness. So that kind of like, a little bit different. Example, like when I drive the car, I think I thought like that, when I drive the car, I just make sure it's like, I'm not going to hit others' car. I just not losing my mindful, right? I kept my mindful when I drive. But then alertness is like, okay, oh yeah, it's maybe police is there. This place always many people get tickets. So you really careful, watch any police is in the area. So with mindful, but still you have extra, some thinking there, keeping more safety. So that is called alertness.
Thank you, Kimball. That helps a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, I think like that, I don't know, explain goes good.
That's a very good explanation. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you. So then, so actually that mindful alertness is English word. What do you think? Anyone has the thoughts different? Yes.
I do have a little bit of thought, and it's mostly because of my own family. Like when we part or we're going away from each other, we always tell each other to be mindful. And I think it means kind of a combination of being aware and alert, but I think that's just what you said. And you give the example of driving the car or some other activity you might engage in. A lot of the time people will use the word safe when maybe they should be using the word mindful or alert, because who is ever intentionally unsafe? So I think in a way it could apply the same to here. Being mindful, you're also very aware of what you're doing, what you're thinking, how you're speaking, how you're treating others. So I think alert is more like being safe.
Okay. So then, anyone has more information or thoughts?
Did you say, Kempo, that mindfulness also relates to being aware of that mindfulness, like a higher level of being able to have a mind that watches you being mindful?
Yeah, alertness is more sharper, like than mindful. So alertness is kind of watch the mindful again.
Okay, it's more subtle.
Yeah.
Yeah, more subtle.
Yeah.
Okay.
May I say something?
Yes.
I think of mindfulness as a kind of steady state of that we try to maintain, of being generally aware, kind of globally aware of our mental state and condition, and alertness is a more
We lost, I cannot hear. French, Gabriel, your connection's gone. His connection's gone. Cannot hear. Okay, so no.
Well, he'll probably be back.
Yeah. Someone he has, Ivia, do you want to put some?
Yeah.
I like what he said, though. It made a lot of sense to me, the little bit I heard.
particular moment.
Oh, I was just thinking that, yeah, mindfulness is just being generally aware of what you're doing and trying to maintain the Dharma in your actions. But then I think alert is also really watching for danger or for like sleight of hand happening around you or things that might be slightly off. Because I find myself being, you know, generally mindful and kind and having like a good relationship with people and working well, but I don't always catch things that are not okay or that are unsafe. So my alertness is not always quite that good. And then later I'm like, oh, wait a minute, you know, or sometimes I don't catch it. So, and that's also part of practice, I think.
Okay, French, Gabriel, we lost your connections. We didn't hear what you said. Or still he's.
I think he's lost again, Kempo.
Yeah. Okay, so now we finish it in there, yeah, tonight. So see you tomorrow. And we have to do the prayers. So who can share the prayer?
Do you mean say it or put it on the screen?
Put it in the screen. We have this
You know
dedication.
I have a paper copy, but I can't put it on the screen.
Oh no, that's cannot put in the screen.
I could turn my camera on and hold it.
Okay, Mature and Road, do you have that one, right?
Yes, but I'm not a host, so I cannot put it unless they allow me to share it.
I can't. Where is it?
I can make you a co-host. I think you can share it then.
No, I can do. I think. Oh no, sorry. Multiple people can share. Okay, I did.
You did?
Yes, everyone can share.
Okay, just a minute.
Kempo has ultimate power.
Sharing is caring.
It's okay.
There you go.
There you go, Ro and Mature, please chant the prayer.
Imaho, in the center is the marvelous Buddha Amitabha of boundless light. On the right side is the Lord of great compassion, and on the left is Vajrapani, the Lord of powerful means. All are surrounded by limitless Buddhas and Bodhisattvas.
Immeasurable peace and happiness is the blissful, pure land of Dewachyen. When I and all beings pass from samsara, may we be born there without taking samsaric rebirths. May I have the blessing of meeting Amitabha face to face. By the power of the blessings of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the directions, may we attain this aspiration without hindrance. Teyata pensadriya awabodhanaya soha. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind. Where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. By this virtue, may I achieve omniscience, by defeating all enemies, confusion. May all who travel on the waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death cross the ocean of samsara. As Manjushri, the warrior, realized the ultimate state, and as did Samantabhadra, I will follow in their path and fully dedicate all the merit for all sentient beings. May the teachings of the great Drikumpa, Ratnashri, who is omniscient, Lord of the Dharma, Master of interdependence, continue and increase through study, practice, contemplation, and meditation until the end of samsara.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you so much, Kempo.
Thank
Thank you, Kempo. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Kempo.
Thank you, everyone.
Kempo, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. See
Bye.
you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
11 o'clock.
Okay, thank you, Kempo.
Bye,
Thank
everybody.
you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
Kempo. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Kempo. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, that-